The Democrats allow so many illegals, over 200 million illegals, to come here to the United States. And they also allow them to vote and interfere.
Why will any Republican oppose a law designed to prevent electoral fraud? What are they really protecting, Laura?
You know, that's a good question, but unfortunately, we're seeing that Senator John Thune is blocking it. This is what they are doing to steal these elections. This should not be taking place in the United States of America. It's no country that we, the American people, can go in and just vote because we decided to come over there and interfere with their election. Ilhan Omar moved her entire voting base to her district in Minnesota. It's mostly made up of Somalians. They're all Somalians. That's why they are running their people as mayor, and they're winning. We all know that they have a communist Marxist agenda. America is not her priority. She said her loyalty is to Somalia. She even brought the president of Somalia here, acknowledged him as her president.
First question, what is the Save America Act and why it is so important for electoral integrity? Because right now all the social media is talking about the Save America Act. Karen Levitt said that is really important last Tuesday in her press conference room. Tell more about that, because we have a bunch of audience that they don't know what's going on with the Save America Act.
Well, the Save America Act is just what it said. It's a bill that was put together to basically help save America. And the purpose of it is because we, the people, we deserve to know exactly who it is that's going to vote. They are asking for IDs, which the Democrats are basically saying, okay, people can't get IDs, you know. So they come up with all type of excuse, which is a lie. Because the ID is easy to get. You just go to the driver's license plates and many other places, and you could go and get your driver's license. Then of course they say, okay, if a woman is married, then it's going to make it difficult for her because she has to change her last name, which is a lie. Because I'm married and I was able to change my last name and get an ID. So it's all about, because the Democrats allow so many illegals, over 200 million illegals, to come here to the United States. And they also allow them to vote and interfere. This is basically interference with our election process, and it needs to stop. Nobody that's coming in illegally should be allowed to vote. They should be registered to vote. They should be vetted. They should have an ID in order to vote. That's just the process. So why should we make exceptions for people that are coming into this country illegally to be able to vote? So no, that should not be the case.
So Democrats are blocking the Save America Act, what's expected, but some Republicans are also blocking it. Who are they and what is their excuse?
Well, they are blocking the process because they know who their voter base is. They know who they are catering to. Because they allowed them to come into this country illegally. When you have cities like Chicago, where they was getting paid $17,000 a month for cash assistance, while everyday Americans that have worked all of their life and paid into the system, like our seniors, are receiving less than $400 a month income to live off of and can't even afford to buy food. So all of that, everything that they did for them, all the benefits, letting them stay in 5-star hotels in New York, giving them all the extra money, which they did in New York, over 5,000 in New York, and I'm sure close to 30,000 in California. So all of that attributed and contributed to the fact that they allowed them to vote. That's basically what's their pay for doing that. So all of that needs to change.
Why will any Republican oppose a law designed to prevent electoral fraud? What are they really protecting, Laver?
That's a good question, but unfortunately, we're seeing that Senator John Thune is blocking it. And just like she said, there are laws to protect it, but obviously they're not following the law. And that's why illegals have been allowed to vote in our election. Okay. And as I was saying before, you need a ID to go and get any type of social services, whether it's food stamps, whether it's unemployment, you need your ID for that. So why is it a problem when it comes down to voting? This is what they are doing to steal these elections. This should not be taking place in the United States of America. It's no country that we, the American people, can go in and just vote because we decided to come over there and interfere with their election. So that should not be allowed here in the United States. That should not be taking place.
Do you think that with a law like the Safe America Act, Mandani or Ilhan Omar would have ever been elected?
Ilhan Omar moved her entire voting base to her district in Minnesota. It's mostly made up of Somalians. They're all Somalians. That's why they are running their people as mayor and they're winning. We all know that they have a communist Marxist agenda. So if we had better laws in place, she would have never been able to commit all of the fraud that she has committed since she has been elected in office. Okay. So that's why she keeps winning, even though she made it clear. She made it very clear. America is not her priority. She said her loyalty is to Somalia. She even brought the president of Somalia here, acknowledged him as her president, not Trump, but the one from Somalia is her president and the one that she has her loyalty to. So that's what country she should be running in. She should take her happy, bald headed self back to Somalia, okay, and run in interfere in their election and take a little voter base with her back to the country that they love the most. They should not be here.